Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Safa Ahmed. So today I will be presenting a small research on um, 20 small businesses. So in this research I have selected 20 real businesses, looked at their problems they face, identify marketing research problems for each businesses, and finally designed research studies to help them to find a better solution. So the purpose of this study was to understand how marketing research can help businesses, especially small and local ones. And তারা যেন একটা ভালো smarter decision নিতে পারে. So every businesses face problems and কখনো তাদের সেলস কমে যায় and customer আবার ফিরে আসে না. They have no repeated customers and sometimes অনেক competitor um, the competitor take away the market. So in this work I tried to look into deeper যে কেন এই বিষয়গুলো হয় and আমরা কিভাবে কোন রিসার্চ মেথড ইউজ করে ওই কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার পেতে পারি. সো so in this project I had three goals. So the first one is to identify 20 real world businesses and local businesses, okay, and analyze their major problems. The second one, to convert those problems into a specific marketing research problem, okay, and then একটা appropriate marketing research study design করা for each businesses. Next one. So এরপর in methodology part I have actually gone through three steps. প্রথম step was to identify 20 businesses and clearly describe their main problems. So আমি 20টা business select করছি from different sectors like food, fashion, pharmacy, cosmetics, electronics, and also cafes, so that আমি একটা variety মানে challenge cover করতে পারি. So step 2 was to turn every problem into a marketing research problem. Like যে প্রবলেমগুলো আমি রিসার্চ করে পাইছি from 20 businesses, ওই প্রবলেমগুলো খুব ইজি করার জন্য আমি মার্কেটিং রিসার্চ প্রবলেম ক্রিয়েট করছি. And for example, instead of saying sales কমে গেছে, we can say that what factors are causing low sales. So step 3 was to design 20 marketing research studies. So for each design included um, research objective, research design, for example, exploratory data research, design type, descriptive, casual, data collection method, and sampling plan, also data analysis plan method. So next slide. So before moving into the tables of the problems and research problem, I'd like to explain that I have used technology in this assignment. I used ChatGPT to support tool to organize my research design, and আমি স্পেশালি যে প্রম্পটটা ইউজ করছি which is written here. I hope you guys can see. So ChatGPT থেকে আমি একটু you know smartly help নিছি to suggest me a research design, which later on I edited by myself. I reviewed it যে আমার রিসার্চ প্রবলেমের সাথে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ম্যাচ করতেছে নাকি, এবং কিছু জিনিস আমি বাদ দিয়েছি, কিছু জিনিস আমি নিজে অ্যাড করেছি. সো আমি এফিশিয়েন্টলি টেকনোলজি ইউজ করছি to make the research design only. Okay, so next slide. So here the table shows the first 10 businesses, okay, and their problems and their marketing research problem. For example, Nikki Thai Aluminium Limited faced problems with uh, truck breakdown and delivery delays. So the research question was, how can the business keep customers happy and informed when delivery problems happen? Star Furniture House was struggling to reach profit targets because of nearby competitors. So the research problem became, why do customers choose competitor furniture shops instead of Star Furniture House? So each business problem turned into a question that can be answered through research, focusing on customer opinions, product trends, or internal operations. So by asking right questions, I think কোয়েশ্চেনের যে প্রবলেম সলিউশন গুলা এগুলা বের করাটা খুবই ইজি হয়ে যাবে. So moving on to the next slide, um, here are the rest of the 20 businesses and their challenges. So এখানে Nurjahan's clothing, তাদের প্রবলেম হচ্ছে তারা তাদের সেলস টার্গেট ম্যাচ করতে পারতেছে না. So um, the research problem I made is what are the factors preventing target achievement? And there are also other business names, sorry, home garden gallery. Their business problem is low rate of repeat customers. Means once a customer buys, that specific customers do not basically normally do not come to their store again. So my research problem is why don't customers return to buy curtains again? Why not? So what's the problem? So that's the question, and we will be using the methods to, find a solution. And also there is on the last business name we can see Upon Coffee House. It's a cafe shop, and their rent is too high, and they're struggling with the rent. So my research question was how can Upon Coffee House increase sales enough to cover those high rent? So this process showed me that every problem, big or small, can be turned into a researchable question, and that's the starting point for improvement. So moving on to the next slide, um, let's look at how I designed studies for the first 10 businesses. For Jihad Electronics, we can see a business called Jihad Electronics and IPS Corner, which struggles low sales. Okay, struggles low sales in the off season, and obviously it's a electronics shop, and also they sell IPS. So IPS is probably the very sensitive product in the market because in the rainy season, in winter, we actually don't need IPSs. Okay, so basically the season for IPS is summer, right? So this I suggested a casual design using a sales experiment with discounts to see what increases. Okay, if the purchase increases or not. So, for example, there's a cafe called Cafe 7-Eleven. I used a descriptive research design that collects data from their POS system to identify which item make the most profit and when customers visit most often. For Giftland, I proposed exploratory research using social media and trend analysis to predict which gift, the কোন gift পপুলার এবং কম্পিটিটর নোটিস করার আগে ওইটা যাতে গিফটল্যান্ড নোটিস করে. Okay, so each study was customized to match the problem, and all of them are practical and low cost, which makes them realistic for small businesses. Moving on to the next slide. Here are the remaining 10 studies. As we can see, there's Nurjahan clothing, and my suggested design type was exploratory. The data collection I suggested is staff interview. ঠিক আছে? And also they should use the feedback form. And sampling plan was 10 staff and 20 customers as much as possible. The minimum is 20 customers and 10 staff. 10 staff. And also for the data analysis part, I suggested the SWOT analysis and factor analysis. For example, we can see Q Pharma. I used descriptive research combining online surveys and website analytics to understand why customers' engagement dropped. So these studies are simple but very realistic. They use easy methods like surveys, interviews, and small experiments that any businesses can apply. Next slide. So So there is the finding. So I have reviewed all the 20 business problems, all those cases, 20 cases. I noticed some common patterns. So the most businesses struggle with customer satisfaction and competition are the most frequent challenges, and also pricing, low repeat purchases. Few also face problems with internal management like staffing or inventory, which is actually uh, not my thing because I'm doing research and marketing. Okay, so the many businesses also struggle with consistency and customer retention. So here's the research design insights. So actually, descriptive and exploratory research are the most suitable and suitable for small businesses. And because small businesses often need to first understand what is happening and why. Okay, so surveys and small interviews are effective data collection tools. And then data analysis mostly relies on cross tabulation, correlation, and there might get help with those research design. They might get help. Okay, so most data was collected was through these research design insights, and these are cheap and not that costly. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Here we come to the conclusion first. So to conclude, research helped me to see how marketing research plays a key role in solving real world business problems. When a business faces a problem, research provides a systematic path to find answers instead of relying on guesses or assumptions. So আমাদের উচিত একটা সিস্টেমেটিক ওয়েতে রিসার্চ করা যাতে um, we give the most logical solution and almost 99% প্রবলেম যাতে সলভ করে এইভাবে আমাদের একটা সিস্টেমেটিক ওয়েতে রিসার্চ করা উচিত এতে হয় সাকসেসের রেট বেশি থাকে ইনস্টেড অফ গেস করা অথবা অ্যাজিউম করা যে এটা করলে ভালো এটা করলে ভালো and also it also showed that research uh, doesn't always need to be complex. Okay, for example ছোট যে সার্ভে গুলো আছে or ইন্টারভিউ গুলো আছে ইভেন ওইভাবে ছোট সার্ভে অথবা ছোটখাটো ইন্টারভিউ করে বিজনেস প্রবলেম সলভ করা যায় ফর এক্সাম্পল সেলস ইমপ্রুভ করা যাবে প্রাইজিং অ্যান্ড দেন কাস্টমার রিলেশনশিপও ভালো করা যায় ছোট ছোট সার্ভে করে ছোট ছোট ইন্টারভিউ করে finally actually I also want to say I learned how AI can be used as a smart assistant. Okay, because আমি AI ইউজ করে 20 বিজনেসের রিসার্চ ডিজাইন করছি ওকে সো ইট suggested me what can I do ফর এক্সাম্পল রিসার্চ যে ডিজাইন করছি ওগুলো কম কম খরচে আমি কিভাবে ডিজাইন করতে পারি ফর এক্সাম্পল ইট suggested me to do small surveys interview and how to collect sample data and blah 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 so and I want to say lastly thank you for your attention. This was my presentation on marketing research studies on 20 small businesses. So I hope I gave a clear idea how the research can turn real business problem into a valuable insight and solution. So thank you very much.